Hey everyone, Season Classic here, and today we are doing something we're going to call Geek Talks. It's where me and my big sister Chantel talk about
Yo,
geeky things, whatever. It could be gaming, it could be film related, it could be TV, it could be comic book, whatever geek makes us geek out. So, what's going to happen is I'm going to ask my sister a question, she's going to ask me a question, and then we'll see what banter comes out of that and see how it works. How's that sound to you, sister?
that sounds pretty good, brother.
Okay, alright. My first question, the question I've been wondering for quite a while actually,
Okay,
and
go
it's
for
a
it.
gaming geeky question. Why don't you like Call of Duty?
Why don't I like wow, right in there,
Yep,
boom.
I went straight right for it.
Why don't I like Call of Duty? Um, I guess for me it's a multi-layered answer. The
Okay.
first thing is in terms of the experience of what it is war, I just don't find playing those kind of games fun, especially when it's realistic war. I just don't find any joy in it. Uh,
But not, but okay.
a
Okay.
multitude of reasons. Not
Okay.
quite finished. I
Oh,
mean,
excuse me.
I mean, I. The funny thing is, I love Halo. I
Mm-hmm.
thoroughly enjoy playing Halo, but I
Mm-hmm.
think it's because it's intergalactic. It's humanity versus aliens. It's something bigger than us. It's that, and I think also Halo has a special place in my heart because I initially was quite resistant to first person shooters just from previous bad experiences. It was my boyfriend at the time, who's now going to be my husband, who introduced me to Halo, and I thoroughly enjoy Halo. And I like what it's about, the mechanics and how it is, but the story is absolutely amazing. And I think that's the thing that engaged me the most. So that's where my heart thinks. And other things have led me to play things in a similar vein, like Destiny and a few other first person shooters. But there are some that just don't strike my chords. So Gears is another one that just doesn't strike my chords for some reason. Also now the prettier it's getting is the more genuinely terrified I'm getting. So it's like, yeah, I'm fine with that. But Call of Duty, it just hasn't ingratiated me. And then, which then leads me to the other thing, is Call of Duty is the thing that does seem to attract a lot of negative attention. It does seem to be kind of like the worst of the worst in terms of banter and
Okay,
it
I'm gonna
just
stop you right there
it
because that
just
is
which
no, 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 no. That's not fair because no,
but
no, no,
wait,
no, 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 no,
uh,
no, let me stop you for a second. Let me stop you for a second.
that's my
I know you're
answer.
efficient, but that's the whole point. It's back and forth. It's back
Okay,
and forth.
okay,
Relax,
okay.
okay? Fact of the matter is, I've been playing Halo a little bit longer than you have, and I can honestly say you get the same negative feedback from people on there as well. But that's just multiplayer gaming in general. No matter what you're playing, you can get back. You can get people being AKA dicks because that's the idea. That's the whole point. People are just going to be dicks regardless of what you're playing because they are sore losers or they're arrogant dicks. So you can't use that one as an
I
excuse because
I
that's more.
concur. I concur that, but then once again, we must take into consideration that we have two different gaming experiences, which is that I'm a female and you're a male. So we will
So you
have,
say.
by default, It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. We do have two different experiences. My experience with Halo, I'm not saying it's not the banter, because believe me, I've bantered hard and said some awful things on Halo. Damn. However, what I found is a much better community on Halo. What I found is that there was a zero tolerance. For example, there were times when I played to the AMs, when there's been a lot of, say, my US counterparts online, and a lot of the UK guys, there are certain things they're not going to have. And they have joined for, I have played games where I have, you know, had some guys focusing on me, and a lot of my UK guys literally come up like, I'm not having that, and they're putting it down. Not only that, Bungie were quiet, very quick in my experiences in dealing with that problem and dealing with anything that was reported. And I would report very rarely. Very, very rarely. When things about race and stuff came up, I'd be like, yeah, I'm reporting that. Bungie were quick on it. Whereas women that I've spoken to who were Call of Duty players have said the same thing wasn't happening. And these are women who played both, who played Call of Duty and Halo. And they've just said, to be fair, I agree with you that the experience on Halo is better. they moderate better. They're quicker to respond and knock that on the head because they want it to be an enjoyable experience. Of course, we're shooting, we're mucking about, and what I'm not saying is that there should be no kind of I'm offended. What I'm saying is when it becomes personal and people really start only going at you because you're a woman, don't like it when you own them and really start abusing is my problem that I've had with Call of Duty. And on another thing as well, I enjoy the Halo maps so well. I found COD maps really tiny.
Okay.
Like Harrison.
You've actually played Call of Duty. I did not know that. 'Cause I didn't know, to my knowledge, in my head, you've never played Call of Duty.
I have.
Which one did you
I
play?
Oh, I can't remember. I legit cannot remember. But
I think it was
really
Modern
tiny.
Warfare,
I was
most
like,
likely with Clint. Probably Modern
I
Warfare.
was like, is this it? Like, dude, how? No, I shouldn't be able to. And I think that's where I got spoiled with it. However, what I will say is that I, especially in the last year, because my brother
That's me. Hey.
have really kind of pushed the boundaries of the things that I was used to playing. So I'm kind of happy to revisit it.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
But because a lot of this year, there's games that I have been playing that I didn't think I would play.
Okay.
So I'm happy to revisit it. But like I said, I think the biggest thing is there will always be a different experience for women. Some of it, I think, as the community has been a bit negligent. And I think that, you know, some things, it's the same thing. Oh, it's just that. Because, like I said, just like you did, you were like, well, when I've done it, it's like, yeah, I get that when you've done it, but I've been the recipient on the end of that targeted nastiness. So, and that can be hard. You know, sometimes you don't want to come home from work and deal with that crap.
Yeah, fair enough. I can understand
That's the truth. You don't want to come home from work and deal. And while for some people, it's like, oh, it's just this. When your race is brought up, when your sex is brought up, and it's just used nastily, and then goes offline as well, as in goes off the game, and they'll start sending messages to you. You're like, really? What the hell? And I find myself either having to lock it off or be even more extreme, which I don't really want to do on a Friday night at 2 a.m. I just want to play with my mates.
Yeah, because sadly, it's kind of that. I know it's not. I know I'm not trying to make excuses for the whole behavior of Call of Duty players or multiplayer players in general when it comes to online gaming. But the mentality is that of a fighter in a sense, because do you know what I mean? We have those like big MMA or boxing matches, and the guys get into each other's heads and like they say things like I mean, I was watching Creed the other day, and there was that pinnacle scene when they're having that press conference, and the boxer he's fighting is saying all these things, just getting to the guy's head and getting angry and riled up and blah blah blah, and it got the reaction that he warranted, that Creed got angry and he wanted to fight him.
Yeah,
and that's kind of like. Well, it's kind of like is basically what they're trying to do, but obviously they take it to a further level because they make it so personal. So you don't, because there's barriers in front of you. You can't see me. What's he gonna do? She can't see me.
Yeah.
Oh, she's just blah blah blah. So that's the mentality I think they take, which is quite bloody annoying. But sadly, it's the society we live in at the moment.
But then also, it's to take that even further than that. I get hyped and I mean, you know, you and I played enough to know that it's when they lose, for example, because of skill set, and then you're targeted, and then you come off, the game is over now, and you're still targeted. Not only that, you're then doxxed because you have ruined the bubble. And sometimes that's the thing. It's not the fact of we're getting hyped and we're getting into that fighting mentality. It's the fact that, you know, you don't end by going, oh, you know what, good game, I'm out of the zone now, it's cool. It's the fact that it goes beyond that. That's what a lot of when people are saying about that sphere. That it's like, it's one thing to get in that mentality and get involved in the game and get to the point where you're really psyched and you're really ready and wow. When the game is done, what are you doing? When the game is done, what are you doing? Are you going online the corner? You why are you doing that? Is that because you lost? Like, really, dude? Have you never gamed? And you can't answer this woman, because you belong in and then all this stuff is like, okay, now I'm at the game and you're still continuing this crap. Why? why? And then saying this is the society we live in, it's like, well, that's just kind of not good enough. It's like when the guy who created Last of Us said that's no longer a good enough reason for us to create the kind of games that aren't going to challenge you. We can't say that right now we're doing this at this level, so this is what we should expect. Surely we should be pushing the boundaries. So if something is just not right, you know, the basic thing is, would you like that if that was done to your sister, your mother, your aunt, whatever? No, you wouldn't. Why not? If then you don't like it, then don't. Just simple. Just don't do it. In-game banter, I get. Believe me. Oh, come on. We have done our fair share and enough. You know, my mouth is foul. All right, but what I'm talking is sustained abuse that continues outside of gaming. Sustained abuse that's targeting certain people because.
So basically, you're saying cyberbullying.
Yeah. I mean, I remember playing, starting to play Xbox 360, and I got owned by my fear. My fear was always, because I resisted playing online gaming, was my fear of being handed my backside to me by the 10-year-old Japanese kid who's just can own me. And I was playing Rock Band 2, and it happened. There was this little kid, and I heard him. How old are you? 10? I'm like, okay. And he beat me. He beat me hard. And through it, there was a little bit of, you bitch. And I was like, oh my God, you little shit. When it ended, I could not see those 6 stars and be like, I said, yeah, you're a G, but I'm just really upset. And he laughed, and I laughed. I just said, well done, and I'm really upset. I didn't tell him I hated him. I didn't tell him anything about his mother. I didn't say anything to upset that kid, because at the end of the day, the kid was just better than me. Done. So I just said, yeah, gave him a good score, and I left. Done.
That is how it should be.
My ego was bruised, believe me. I was like, but the truth is also why it was good is that my fear happened, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. I just thought, I got out of my game, man. The 10-year-olds are beating me, but it's like, I got a job. The 10-year-olds don't. So yeah, let's not try and be the 10-year-old, yeah. And that was that. So yeah, I'm all fine with the bants. I'm not fine with cyberbullying and doxing and everything else. That's
That is fair enough. I totally agree with that. I'm on your side on that one.
Woo! Maybe it's the alcohol, but
yes, the alcohol.
I have missed you. Just can't play with no one else. It's only gotta be my brother.